Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to clear up the confusion between three essential frameworks in the Java world: Spring, Spring MVC and Spring Boot. We will cover their differences and how they are used in real world applications. By the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of how these frameworks fit into your Java projects. Let's start with the foundation, Spring. Spring is a lightweight, open source framework primarily used to simplify Java development. It provides comprehensive infrastructure support, helping you build enterprise-level Java applications with ease. The most important feature of Spring is dependency injection, which allows you to manage object creation and their dependencies seamlessly. Here's a real-world scenario. Imagine you are developing a huge e-commerce platform with multiple services like product management, payment processing, and customer support. Spring helps you manage these services efficiently by allowing loose coupling between components. Features of Spring: dependency injection automatically manages object dependencies. Aspect-oriented programming helps separate cross-cutting concerns like logging or security. Transaction management handles transactions seamlessly without directly dealing with the database code. Okay, next up we have Spring MVC, which stands for Model View Controller. It's a web framework built on top of the Spring framework. If you are developing web applications where users interact with the website through forms, buttons, or navigations, this is where Spring MVC comes in. Let's use our e-commerce platform as an example. Say, you are creating a customer-facing website where users browse products and them to their cart, add them to their cart, and place orders. Spring MVC allows you to design this front-end layer and link it with your back-end logic. The key features of Spring MVC is controller. Handle incoming web request. Model represents the data passed between the controller and view. Then view, the user interface UI, typically HTML or JSP pages. In essence, Spring MVC helps you build web applications where the presentations layer front end is managed efficiently. What is Spring Boot? Now, let's talk about Spring Boot. This is where things get exciting. If you have ever felt overwhelmed by the configurations required in Spring and Spring MVC, then Spring Boot is your answer. Spring Boot is an extension of Spring framework that simplifies the entire setup process. You don't need to spend hours configuring XML files or setting up your applications. Spring Boot provides out-of-the-box defaults and allows you to create a standalone application with an embedded server like Timecart. Let's go back to our e-commerce platform. If you need to quickly build a service like order management and want to focus on functionality instead of spending too much time on setup, Spring Boot helps you get up and running fast. Key features of the Spring Boot: auto configuration automatically configures components based on the dependencies you add. Embedded servers, no need to deploy to an external server. You get embedded Tomcat, JD, or Undertow servers. Production ready. With monitoring tools like Spring Actuator, you can monitor the health and metrics of your application easily. It's alright. Let's compare the three frameworks to understand their unique roles. Spring, core framework for building enterprise-level Java applications, handles dependency injections, AOP, and more. Spring MVC, built on top of Spring for creating web application using MVC pattern, manages the presentation layer of your app. Spring Boot simplifies the Spring framework with the auto configuration and embedded servers. Ideal for building a production ready application with minimal setup. Let's say you are building a product catalog service for the e-commerce platform. you would use Spring to manage the internal logic and services that handle product information. Spring MVC would manage how customers interact with the product catalog and the front end. Spring Boot would let you quickly set up the service and deploy it without complex configuration. Here, how you can explain this is to interviewer. Spring is the core framework that handles dependency injection and AOB, making enterprise Java development easier. Spring MVC is specially designed for web application and follows the MVC pattern. Spring Boot is a newer addition that simplifies the setup process by providing auto configuration and embedded servers, making development faster and more efficient. To wrap it up, there's a conclusion. Use Spring to manage core logic of your applications. Use Spring MVC when you need to build user interface for web apps. Use Spring Boot to speed up the development process with minimal configuration. If you found this explanation helpful, be sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment with your thoughts. And don't forget to hit the bell icon for more Java related content. Thanks for watching.